Professor BRB here. With this video, we are going to start setting up our document in order to create an automatic table of contents. And this table of contents will work fine for a print document. And InDesign, if we choose to export this as an interactive PDF, InDesign will also very kindly create live hyperlinks for us. And we don't actually have to do this work, we just have to set it up so that InDesign knows that that's what we want. So let's get started. Before we go further, it might be useful to look at the table of contents dialog box, which I will admit is kind of devilishly complicated, but I will talk you through it step by step. And the very first step of creating an automatic table of contents is to create and apply all of the styles that you are going to need in your table of contents. This is an example created by a student. This is a completed document. And where you find your table of contents feature is under layout. So let's go to our document. And if we look in our paragraph styles, we see here that we have already created the paragraph style font title, which is probably the most important style in this document. We need to now create two more paragraph styles and a character style before we can generate our table of contents. So go to your type tool. And please click in a blank area and make sure that nothing is selected, because we are going to create our paragraph style from scratch, not by picking up the formatting from type that is on our page. So open up your paragraph style panel and choose New Paragraph Style. And let's call this first paragraph style TOC title. Just TOC, that stands for Table of Contents. And let's go to, it's going to be based on no paragraph style, and just leave all this blank and go to Basic Character Formats. And let's change this to a Myriad Pro, which most of you should have. If you don't, just substitute another type font. Myriad Pro semi-bold. And our size will be 18 point. And we want our, under indents and spacing, we want our alignment to be the default, which is left. And if we want to make this a color for interactive, there are all kinds of other things we can do. If you want to choose a color, you can certainly do that. I'll make mine blue just so we can kind of see. And then click OK. That's good. We need to make one more. New paragraph style. And this is going to be called TOC text. And that will format our table of content text. So let's change, go to our basic character formats here. And Myriad Pro semi-bold condensed this time. And we want our font size to be 18. And this time we are going to specify our leading at 36. Now we can change this later if we don't like the way it looks. So we're just using this as sort of a starting point. And click OK. Now we need a character style, so let's go to character styles, and again making sure no text is selected, choose new character style, and we're going to call this TOC figures. And this will format the numbers that indicate the pages, the page numbers. And remember that figures is the graphic design word for numerals or numbers. So let's go to basic character formats here. And choose Myriad Pro Bold. Myriad Pro Bold. And once again, you can change this. This is just really a starting point. And 18 point. And the Open Type Features allows us to choose old style figures, which I happen to like a lot. So since that is an open type font, you can go over here to open type features and choose proportional old style. So that's great. So let's start generating our table of contents. Go to our layout menu here and choose table of contents. For TOC style here, we are going to just leave that at default. Here, where it says contents, and that should probably be selected, this is what's going to appear at the top of your table of contents. And you can call it whatever you want. You can put your name in there, put whatever you want there. And the style here, we're going to change that to TOC title, meaning table of contents title. So that is going to style that. Now, styles in table of contents, by the way, if you don't have all these options, you just click on more options. And notice all of our paragraph styles are listed in this box that says other styles. What we are doing now is we are choosing the style wherever the style font title is applied. That is going to generate a table of content entry. So we click font title and that add button comes alive and we click that. Very good. So we could leave it to be styled in the same way as the font title, but we don't want to do that for a couple of reasons, one of which is that it's flush right and we want flush left. So we're going to choose the paragraph style here, TOC text. We want our page number after entry, but this ~T is not exactly what we want. We want our page number to be shoved over to the right. So if we select that, where it says between entry and number, what I'd like you to do is choose right indent tab. Make sure you select it so that you don't get the ~T and the ~Y, because you just want the ~Y. We don't want to sort the entries in alphabetical order in this particular case. And for style here, this is the page number is going to appear after entry, and the style, we're going to do TOC figures. And we're just going to leave this one at none. We definitely want to create PDF bookmarks, and then we're going to click OK. This should give me a live cursor here, and over on my pasteboard, I'm just going to drag this out and see what I get. Now, let's take a look at what it's done for us. It's listed correctly Adobe Garamond Pro Italic on page 2 and Adobe Caslon Pro Regular on page 3. But what happened to page 1, Adobe Garamond Pro? Well, InDesign did not list that because, as you may remember, we did not unlock any of the text frames on page 1 because they were sort of the way we wanted. So I just have to do Shift Option and click on this to unlock the text frame that has the title. And then I should be able to refresh this and have that appear. So if I just put my cursor in my table of contents here, and I go to Layout, Update Table of Contents, notice that Adobe Garamond Pro Regular now appears just like it should on page 1. So this is pretty clear. What you need to do now is complete your document. And the next thing in the next video, what we will attempt is creating an unnumbered page at the beginning of our document to hold our table of contents. So stay tuned and we'll do that in the next video.